Look at that. Hello everyone, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over Every Picture Tells a Story by Rod Stewart. But first, before we get into all that, the UK is currently under a huge heat wave. It's really hot, like really hot. So I've got the fan on because I'm going to die. Because I close the windows because there's a lot of cars going by and all the outside noise. So I need the fan on or I will die. I hope you enjoyed the Plymouth video because I honestly believe that is the best video that I've made on the channel. I can't tell you why exactly, but it was brilliant. And I had that song, Rusted Root, on my way, that's the name of the song, stuck in my head all weekend. So it had to be in the video. And I got a copyright claim or whatever. That's just crap, but it doesn't matter. It was brilliant. And Plymouth was just amazing. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Rod Stewart because I love him. Now, this is his third album, I believe, and this was after he'd left the Jeff Beck group, but he was still in a band called, I think it's called The Small Faces, or later just Faces, in the 70s. I don't know whether he'd left that band yet, with, I forget what the other dude's name was, but anyway, this album's brilliant. Not only is it his best album, I think it's one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. Now, we'll get into it more in the songs bit of the video, but I think, maybe it's because it's on vinyl, but I think this sounds superb. It sounds so crisp and clean, and all the instruments sound amazing in the mix. But I know I've gone over this before, but this was like the first bit of Rod Stewart I'd ever heard. Well, maybe on the radio a few times, but picked this up because it was cheap, and I fell in love with it. Besides the horrendous album cover, the songs on here, including Maggie May, which is also on the album Recovering, are brilliant. First Cut is the deepest. First cut is the deepest. I was only joking. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. That's a good song. Sailing, I don't want to talk about it. This is brilliant, so I'd recommend you pick this up. But let's talk about the looks of this one. I really like this album cover. It's definitely classic. I mean, this is, God, should have looked that up. This is 1973, I think. Or, hang on. I definitely should have looked that up. I swear it was 1973. 1971. Cool. Even earlier. So this is an original 1971 pressing of the album, which is brilliant. And it's a really good press as well. I went into Longway Records, shout out to Longway Records, which I've mentioned on the channel before. And I only paid about £5, I think, for a pretty decent pressing. It doesn't skip or anything. And as I said, this album cover is just classic. I mean, it even says classic on it. Mercury Classic Edition. And I like the back picture as well. That looks really cool. Here we have a few tunes, a couple of songs, and one or two laments for your musical ear. In the nonchalant construction of this album, I'd like to express my gratitude for all and sundry for tuning up on Monday, being on time, and in a merry frame of mind. Also, I'd like to drink a toast to my old associates and colleagues, the Faces. James, look, I can't pronounce his name, Lane and Wood, that's who I was thinking of, and their persons, for being patient in giving me the time to make this recording, and for the musical development on Losing You, not forgetting Mike Blowback and Phil for their engineering abilities. Bless their cotton socks, Stewart. So yeah, this is brilliant. But let's talk about the song, shall we? She tells a story, baby. Oh, hello. So the album kicks off with Every Picture Tells a Story, which is the title track of the album, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And like I said earlier, I love the drums throughout the whole album. Does it say who was on drums? Yeah, Mick Waller, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He played drums throughout the album, and he's brilliant. He really, he doesn't miss a beat, and I guess his drums are really high up in the mix, and it just sounds fantastic. And I love the way the song ends, where Rod Stewart's repeating, "Every picture tells a story, baby." I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all day. Well, it's all tomorrow then. Seems like a long time. It's fantastic. That's Alright, which has a very the lyrics are very upbeat, which I really enjoy, and I love the cover of Amazing Grace, which is sort of like a hidden track on the album because it's not mentioned on here. Very patriotic, even though I know he's Scottish, not American. Tomorrow is a Long Time, which is a really great song, a Bob Dylan song as well. Maggie May kicks off side 2. Now, Maggie May is just an absolute classic. That's just one of the great songs, in my opinion, one of the great songs ever made. Maggie, I wish I had never seen your face. Really catchy. I love the guitar that opens up the track. Again, the drums throughout all of it's brilliant. And Rod Stewart's vocals are fantastic. I love his singing. And I got a lot of hate for putting him on my... I made a video of my top 10 favourite male singers, right? It's one of the more recent videos on the channel. And I thought that people would give me flack for putting Liam Gallagher at number 1. But they didn't. The only flack I really got is because Rod Stewart was on that video, which I thought was weird. I love his singing. But then I know some people really don't like it. He seems to be very, what's the word? Very it's like Marmite, where some people love it and some people hate it. I can't think of the word. Mandolin Wind is great. I Know I'm Losing You is a really good song. And I love the closing track, Reason to Believe. But this is I'm going to sound like an old man here, but this sounds like real music. There's nothing electronic about this. Obviously not in 1971, but there's a realness to this album, which is why it's the only Rod Stewart album besides his greatest hits that I have, because as much as I love him, some of his later albums aren't very good. His newest album, which came out, I think it must have been last year or maybe 2020, I wasn't a fan of that one, if I'm honest with you. And I haven't heard all his albums. The one that has Baby Jane on it, which again is one of my favourite Rod Stewart songs. Baby Jane. Just brilliant. Anyway, I would definitely give this an 8 out of 10. But I'm going to revise my scoring system as we continue now, because it's a bit confusing. And there are some people who have been confused. But yeah, this is an 8 out of 10 and I love it. So if you like this album, I'd love to know down below. Or let me know if you don't like Rod Stewart. Anyway, thanks for watching. Plenty more videos to come. I'm going on holiday again, funnily enough, to a place called Weymouth. So I'll probably film a vlog then. But it'll be a bit better because I'm not taking the train. We're driving down to Weymouth. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this album, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.